Oh, this is live. Okay, it's already started. Okay, oops. Didn't even realize that. Trying to figure out this so I can see what exactly. Let's open up my audio. Honestly, can't hear it. No. Okay. Let's get the stream started. Pull up this stuff again. But we are live, so let's start. Alright. Hello everybody, it's theycyberboss, and this is my first stream on my newest computer. Yup, first stream, and I have no idea what I'm doing, so let's just turn the meteor sauce off. Don't know if you can hear me, don't know everything. This could be a complete flop. I don't know. Just figuring it out now. Alright, I guess we'll get started. Welcome to the new stream, guys. I'll probably be streaming for a half hour or so. We're gonna build a game, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll just jump right into this. Let's create our project. Get this up and running. Let's see, project name. What should we call it? Project. Let's just call it YouTube engine. Something really cheesy like that. We got our YouTube engine here. Let's create our first package. I will say I'm not very good at creating video games. Oh, whoa, cancel. But I can try. Let's create a package. Okay, name. Let's just call it engine. I need the game class, and then we need our window class, because it's separate, and this needs to be the window class. And there we go, we got the window class now, so we'll work on the window class now, for now. Extends canvas, import canvas in here. We need to create the public window, of course. Window. Now this needs to take in some variables, so we need a width, a height, oh my god, a title, and then the game itself. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make a JFrame. And I'm getting an error here because it's inside it. Oh wow. Alright, so we'll put the semicolon in, just like that. So let's do f.add, or not add. Come on. First time ever programming today and it already starts to freeze. Of course. I mean, what do I expect? Alright, we need to do dimension dim equals new dimension. Import those. I spelled something wrong. Of course. What am I missing? Oh. Wow. Man, I'm so nervous from being on the stream. I haven't streamed in forever. Gives me a width and height. So f.set preferred size dim f.set maximum size dim, and then f.set minimum size dim. So these are just setting the maximum minimum sizes we want our we want our JFrame to be. Then we just gotta pack it just like that. Now we can do the JFrame stuff. We can do we can make it visible. We can make it. We can do the. We gotta do the default closing action. We can set where it is. Set it to null, and then we can set resizable to false. Like that. Now we can go work on this because that's pretty much done. I also forgot. Yeah, we need to have something in the. We need to create a new package. We'll call this outside. There's really nothing going to be in here except for one thing, or maybe some other things that we need. This will be the launcher class. Like that. And all we need to say is a new game. Like that. Oh, yeah, sorry. We need to have our entry point for the program. Just set that to new game. Should have to import it. There we go. And now we can go work on the game. So this needs to extend the canvas as well. We need the constructor. It doesn't require any variables. Definitely not that. We also need a few other things. This needs to implement runnable. Wow. Runnable. Alright, so now we need to have our public void run, which is our run class, yada yada yada. So we have a public void run, need a private void render, we'll come back to that later. And we also need a update method, like that. What else do we need? We need a start method, a synchronized void start method, a synchronized method, and we also need a okay, come on. Also need a synchronized void stop method like this, and I'm just kind of setting up the basis that we will need. So that's pretty much it. The launcher, we're having problems. That's that. So I do need to grab one thing from my not Unity. Where is it? This folder. This code that I'm grabbing is not my code. It's a game loop code that I just use for my games. It's not my code. You can go find it on RealTouch GML's page. But we do need that code. and I gotta change to update. Now we need to do a, because I do naming. And then we need our private. So we need a private thread. Thread. Private. We need a boolean saying if it's running or not. That's that. We also need a. This is a public variable. We need a width. Int width equals. We'll set this 720, and then we need a height, which is equal to width divided by 16 times 9, which is the aspect ratio that I use. Now we can do a new window. Wow, hit something on my table. I gotta stop saying wow, it's kind of like my thing right now. Yeah. We got that down. We need a title, public string, title equals, we'll just say this to YouTube engine. Do that. So now we can take our inner variables. We need a width, height, title, and this, because this is the game itself. So now we should be able to run this. We need to go to the launcher class. That's where we need to launch it. And it should bring up a JFrame. That right here. This shouldn't be resizable. We can't resize it. And we can close it, and it does close, as you can tell. Now we need to do rendering. So it's just actually no, we don't actually need to start. So thread equals new thread. This is the new thread. Running equals true. And now we just need to do thread.join. Just needs to go in a try and try and catch statement, and we just need to say running equals false. Alright, there we got that background stuff set up. There we go, that stuff's set up. Now we can do the rendering. Buffer strategy bs equals get buffer strategy, and import that. There we go. If bs equals null, then we need to create buffer strategy. And I'll explain in a second what this does. And then we need to return. And now we can do, scroll down a little bit. Let me just fix this so it's a bit bigger for you guys so you can see. How do I make the font bigger? Edit, I need to make the font bigger. That'll be in File, Properties, Window, Preferences, Editor, Text Editor, nope, not there. Colors and fonts right there. Java. Just need to make the font bigger. Like 18. Apply. Oh, 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 too big. Too big. Let's do let's try like 412. That should be a bit bigger. There we go. Alright, so now let's just do graphics. Graphics g equals get equals bs dot get drawn graphics. Now we just need to say bs dot show g dot dispose. And we should be able to run this. I can drag this up a bit. Should run it, and we should start seeing. No, we're not. We're not starting it. That's why I want to create here. So, game equals new game dot start, and we start the game. We should be seeing, and we get a thread exception. Where are you at? Unknown thread must have a valid peer render. It's a render method, and it's create buffer strategy. Buffer strategy BS equals just FPS equals null. Create buffer strategy. And that has to do with f.add. Okay. Shouldn't get the same error. Yeah, we get a black blank screen, a flickering screen, as you can see. Wow, I have one visitor, one viewer watching. Wow, as you can see, we're getting about 600 frames per second. Let's fix that. So let's go down to our game, and let's just do drawing. Just because my OC is gonna kick in, I need to fix this so it evens itself out. So let's just say g.set color dot green. There we go, and then g.draw fill rect. We need fill rectangle. There we go. Now if we run it now, we should have a green background. There we go, and we're updating the game. So, 1 second, guys. Linked list. Just gotta look something up quickly. Sorry about this, guys. I just have to look up one more thing. There's another piece of code that I don't use in my own, which is linked lists, because I don't quite understand them completely. Alright, I think I might be able to do it. Okay, we also need a game component, game object. Game object. This needs to be an abstract class. Let's do public game object. We also need a enumeration. Call this IDs. So then we need some protected ints. Protected int x, y. We also need some velocities. So protected int velocity x and velocity y. We also need a ID. ID. not protect. It says limited. This shouldn't be an int. Sorry. And protected. Can't spell today. Protected ID. There we go. And this needs a int. It needs an x, a y, and an ID. And now we just do the simple. Why you no import? This dot x equals x. This dot ID equals ID, and this dot y equals y. And just for sake of consistency, let's do that. Now we need to generate getters and setters, and there's an easy way to do that, which is to go. Wow, I can't believe I didn't turn my camera on. One sec. Can't believe I didn't add my camera on up until this point. Just slide this down there. So let's get back to working. Oh, we need to generate getters and setters. Make sure you guys can still see this. Just lower my knee a little bit. We need to generate getters and setters. So we go to source, generate getters and setters right here, and then we need to do select all, because we need getters and setters for all of those. Now I'm gonna do something. I need to do a new one of these, because I have made a few games before, and let's go to workspace too. I gotta find a certain thing. But yeah, guys, I'm alive, and just so you can see, that is my rig right now. Right there, that is my PC. It's alive. I got a ton of others that I'm kind of in the process of working on, as you can see. So my room's a bit of a mess right now. Just need to go to my engine and no game controllers, objects. Alright, so now we need to create a component class, and yeah, let's call it. We need a new class, and let's call this object H, just for object handler. And for this we need a public linked list game object equals new linked list game object, like so. And just so you can see what I'm doing, this is the code that I wrote that I have on my other games, and I'm just going to use it for this. So I am going to write it out just because it's good practice. So we need a public void add object. We need to add this requires a game object geo game object dot add geo, and like so. Then we can go down here, call this remove object, and that will remove the object. Now this is where it gets a bit complicated. We need a public void render like so, and then we also, just to see, You have any viewers right now? Nope. Okay. Wow, Nathan. Like I was saying, we need a public void render. And why are you giving me an error? That shouldn't be. Add body. Oh. And we need a public void update. Update. So, let's create these. So we need a for loop. For int I equals 0, I is less than game object dot size I plus plus, and then now we just go down here, and now we need to do game object. Oh my god, object. Wow. Temp object equals game object dot get I. Temp object dot render. And that should be G. Now what's going on here? Graphics G. And create method render update in game up. Oh wow, I can't believe I forgot that. Yeah, we also need some abstract voids in here. So public abstract void render requires a graphics G object, and we also need a public abstract void update. And those are those. Now this should do that. Alright. Now we can just copy this. And we just say this needs to be update. Public void update. Just because it doesn't return anything. Alright, so there's that. I don't need to use this code anymore, just so you can... I don't know how to show you. I'm not using my monitor over here. I'm not using any more code on the side. For right now, at least. I don't know if I will in the future. How long have I been live for? Elapsed time. 4 hours, 29 seconds, 37 minutes. Oh. YouTube is not receiving the video made smooth streaming and such. Videos will experience buffering. Of course they will. Alright, so let's just continue. Now we need to create a new package, and we'll call this mobs. And let's create our player, first class, our player class. And this needs to extend game objects. Now we need to add the constructor and unimplemented methods. Just to get rid of the override. And we can render, we can do a g.set color dot black for now, and g.fill rect. Let's do a 32 by 32. And now if we go to our game, we need to create a private object h handler and layer handler. Go down here, before we create the window, handler equals new handler. A new object handler. So there we go, we got that. So now we can do handler dot add object new player, and we actually have to import that. Go to our IDs, create a player ID, go here, to the game, and we just need to change this to player, and we just set this at, let's just set 100 ID dot player. And if we run this, this should all work. We should see a player, and I forgot two things. Handler dot update and handler dot render. G. Now we should see a black square. Huh? We do. As you can see. Now let's do the player. We'll go to our update and set velocity x. Set velocity. What is velocity? Whoa! Velocity x. There we go. We're ready to run it now. Sorry about that. We just need to say x plus equals velocity x and dy plus equals velocity y. Now if we run it, it should work. See, and it moves. It's working. We have a game, guys. Or not really a game, but we have a game engine. Now just for sake, I'm going to make it so we can see our FPS on the game itself. So let's just do a I can't remember, is it frames or frames? Is it, yeah, frames, it's capital. Is being integer. And if we go down here and it says, you say frames equals frames, like so. Come down here to our render. Render it above here, so we'll just say G dot, oh my god, G dot set color dot yellow, and G dot drawstring FPS plus frames, and we'll draw this at an X of 30 and a Y of 30. Now if you run it, you should see a yellow. Yeah, see we got FPS up in the corner. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's make it black. Stands out a bit more. There you go, now you guys can see it, and we can actually move it over. Let's do like 15, 15. Yeah, it's up there. There we go. So now we got an FPS. And he goes off the screen. So let's fix that. Let's just go over here. We'll tab this out. And now let's do keyboard input. This is a bit hard. So this is going to be part of components. The keyboard, what do you call this? Keyboard. Let's call it input. And let's just do extends key adapter. So now we should do public key pressed, and this, wow, public void key pressed, and this requires a what is it? Key event E. There we go. And then we're saying public void key released key event E. So in here we need an integer int key equals E dot get key code. And then we also need to make a constructor. We're going to need the constructor for this. This is going to take a little bit of work. So create an input. We need a private, we need the object handler. We need one of those. And I'll just say is this dot h equals h. And that's set and done. So now, let's see. Copy this down here. So I need to do a few for loops. For int I equals 0, I is greater than, let's send h dot. Let me get it. H dot game object dot size I plus plus. And I'll say game object t object equals game object dot temp object game object temp object. So we got a temp object game object for, and now we need to do another for loop, I think. No. If t object dot get id dot I can't remember. I remember. If t object dot get id. Okay, no, this equals h dot get h dot game object dot get, and this needs to be I. There we go. That's what this was. And then we need to say if get id I get id equals id dot player t object dot, and there we go. That's the code we need. Now we need to create a key array. So we'll call this key. All right. So like my naming space, so this needs to be public array, public boolean key is being array, so key equals new boolean 4. So we'll just say 1 equals up 2 equals down, 3 equals left, and 4, 3 equals right. And I forgot that you have to include 0, so 0 will be up. And now all we have to do is, outside of this, we'll say if up or down if key is up or key is down, one sec, I gotta figure this out. I gotta try to remember. Okay, I remember now. We don't need to do that right now. So we just say if key equals key event dot vk underscore up, and let's just copy this. Need it 4 times. Down, this needs to be down, left and right, like so. And we'll say the object dot set velocity y, and we need to create a, in here we'll create a private int speed. And we just say this dot speed equals speed. And now if we go down here, set this to, we're going up, so we need to set it to negative speed. And we'll just kind of copy this a few times. Make this a bit more simpler on me. And so now if we need this to be positive speed, this needs to be x and x, and this needs to be that. So now, and then we'll just say key 0. Those over bit key 0 equals true. Type expression must be an array. Huh? But is resolved to an int. Oh, capital. Okay. This needs to be capital, because we already have a key down here. And say key 1 equals true. This is just a tedious process that is required to get movement working. So now we gotta go back to our game. We need to create a private input, import that, and then we'll just say this dot add keyboard listener new input. This is going to take in handler, comma, say speed of 5. So now if we run this, click on it, so you can see we're moving. And just so you can see that I am actually controlling it. See, I lost it. Where'd it go? Alright, let's just bring it over here. It's gonna be a bit backwards, but click on it. So now we gotta get it to stop. And that's where we're going to input. We copy all of this. The whole for loop. Bring it down here. Set it to 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. False. False. Oh. Okay. False. And then we come down here out of the for loop and just say if not key 0 and not key 1, and that needs to be key, and yeah. Copy this. And actually, we just take this out because I remember why if we do it this way. Better yet, I can just show you. See, now it does work, but as you can see, it stutters. If I'm going left, stop and go left immediately, go left and stop, go right, it will stop. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. So all we do to fix that is get rid of these. So we get rid of these like so. I'll just cut that X. That's set Y value 0. Copy it one more time. Set this to 2 and 3. And set that to X. Now if we run it, we still get it. Because Y? Let me figure it out.